Tell us your name and where you're from.
T.U.Savant. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Poughkeepsie area, basically upstate New York, between both.
How did you get into music?
I was 13 years old, basically. My dad got me one of those beat machines and a tape recorder, and I started from that, basically, so.
Who were some of your favorite artists growing up?
Hove, Biggie, Big Pun.
What is your ultimate goal with your music?
To make it, to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. To be honest, or win a bunch of Grammys, a couple, Moon Man, every trophy I could get, basically. I'll discriminate,
I understand you're also activist for special needs communities as well.
Yes, I'm doing something with that. I want to bring the diagnosed awareness disability community into the hip hop business as much as possible, so they could be celebrated and for their talents. You understand? Because a lot of people, I went through the same thing as them. I see myself in them still to this day because the experiences that I went through. Been around. You understand? Very rough childhood. A normal kid, is outside, getting dirty, having fun, always outside. I was inside, with care, you understand, always with assistance, walking like with escorts, one-to-one, all that stuff. It was a very rough childhood. So I want to bring more independence into the disability community. First thing I want to do is open a music program, for kids with disabilities in different agencies, including where I'm from, which is the Devereaux Foundation, which is actually changed the name. Devereaux Advanced Health, or Mental Advanced Health or something. Yeah, it's cool now.
I understand you have a Tourette syndrome?
Yes, I do.
I want to talk to you a little about your song, Mental Gospel.
Okay.
What is a mental gospel about? What does that song mean to you?
Mental gospel, damn, how do I break this down? It's my version of Jesus Walks, basically. Being honest, it's going to be completely honest with you from my experience, from the whole, concept of the song. People think that, I'll give you an example, how to break it down. I think a lot of people think people that are diagnosed with disabilities and stuff like that don't really understand religion, but I don't believe that's not true. So I bring that aspect into it, with a visual and of course, the video comes out, and I want people to understand that people in the disability community, the mental diagnosed community, are very, very, very much into religion or spiritual. It doesn't really have to be religion, some spiritual. I'm not really religious like that. So I said to myself, I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritual being. I believe there is a higher, God, whatever, universe or God, whatever. I'm not really in higher power. There's a higher power. You understand? I don't believe that there's religion and stuff like that. So I put that perspective into it. I think that's what breaks it down, right? You know what I mean, Sundays or whatever, bullshit like that, but it is what it is. But the song basically is my perspective of what I believe. I'm basically saying no matter what circumstance you're in, nobody could take whatever faith you have. And, you believe what you want to believe in, and that's what the song's about for the most part.
Do you have a lyric that sticks out from that song?
When I say, in these Catholic and Presbyterian churches, this mental woman still 730 with God on his side, that's one. Because people would think, I would say, as TU sits with God on his side, that would be too easy. You understand? I don't want people, I said the girl, you understand, like that, because it will be too easy, because there's a lot more, people with diagnoses with disabilities that go to church more. So you get what I'm saying? And another line I say is that I really like. There's a couple. I can't. You understand? There's a couple. There's carrying a book in Times Square, Manhattan. There's a bunch, basically.
So talk to me a little about special needs, the Deluxe Edition.
I feel like that's a classic. No matter what anyone says, I don't want, it's a classic, and it's gonna be a classic. Just like Hove, Reasonable Doubt, it's a classic. Nobody has the delivery in me. There's other white artists out here that say they do, but let's be honest, let's be real. Like, I'm bringing something totally different to the table. Like, nobody does. First of all, nobody came from minor retardation and a diagnosis to be able to change their mind frame to be able to be as nice as this. And that's me, and that's how I believe. So that's basic. To be nice and be a rapper, there's been some that tried, but they failed, like Hard Body. I don't call, you get what I'm saying? Hard Hill. You got an idea what I'm talking about. Shout out to that dude. He's really nice.
You've had some success with it too, right? You've been multiple iTunes charts.
Yes. Next is going to be Billboard charts. That's what we're going for. We're going to get Billboard, so highest top Billboard, yeah.
Any last thoughts? Like, what do you want people to know about T.U. Savant?
I want people to basically know what I stand for, why I'm in the music business. Why, you understand? It's not just music. It's for, it's for my people. Now, I want to be the first to stand for my people in this genre of music, basically. Urban hip-hop field. And change, the views, and I feel like hip-hop music, the hip-hop business, I feel like is the only one right now in this world, in this society, that will accept those type of people, which is my people. I just feel that.